Good morning, student. Here I am Ria, your chemistry teacher. Today's topic is chemical properties of acid and bases, as we done all the basics of acid and base and about the indicators in the last video. Now it is time for chemical properties of acid and bases. So here, how do acid and bases react with metals? So first property is reaction of acid and base with the metal. I will explain you first with the diagram, then give you the equation and explanation of each and every property. So how do acid and bases react with metal? Here you can see there is a clamp stand on which there is a test tube. Test tube consists of the zinc granule, that is the big pieces of the zinc. Then the liquid part is dilute sulfuric acid. That means you are adding Zn plus H2SO4 dilute. So this is the equation that I tell you in the next slide. So here there is a cork and there is a delivery tube which is present in the soap solution. The end of the delivery tube is present in the soap solution. Here we take candle in the hand to detect the presence of hydrogen gas. So the hydrogen gas evolved with this reaction. So if we are putting this and we get the gas, the hydrogen gas bubble, here you can see, evolved through the delivery pipe. It comes in the soap solution, and soap solution cause the bubbling of because of presence of hydrogen gas. When we put the candle at the bubble, it becomes the pop sound. So the burning of hydrogen gas with the pop sound produced. So this kind of reaction is the reaction between acid and metals. So the reaction of zinc granules with the dilute sulfuric acid and the testing of hydrogen by the burning. So this is the pop sound experiment to detect the presence of hydrogen gas when the metal is reacting with the dilute sulfuric acid. So this is the explanation. Note that the metal in the above reaction displaces hydrogen from the acid. This is seen as hydrogen gas. The metal combines with the remaining part of the acid and forms a compound called a salt. Thus, the reaction of a metal with an acid can be summarized as, तो मैंने आपको एक लेमन ने हर एक मेटल के साथ जो कि कुछ मेटल्स के साथ ये रिएक्शन पॉसिबल हो सकता है, दैट इज़ एसिड प्लस मेटल गिव यू सॉल्ट प्लस हाइड्रोजन गैस. तो हेयर इज़ द रिएक्शन. एसिड की जगह, ये तो नीचे वाला रिएक्शन बेस के साथ है, एसिड की जगह अगर हम लिखें H2SO4 dilute H2SO4 और मेटल की जगह हम लिखें Zn, then we get the salt ZnCl2 plus H2 that we already done in our 9th class. The reaction of metal with the base can be summarized as 2NaOH. Now we are dealing with the base. So when base is reacting with metal, what is the reaction? And it is one of the important reaction of this chapter which come many times in the exam. So 2NaOH plus Zn give you Na2ZnO2 plus H2. So this is your sodium zincate. You have to learn this formula and the name Na2ZnO2, that is sodium zincate. You find again that hydrogen is formed in the reaction. So when you are reacting acid with the metal and when you are reacting base with the metal, in both the cases salt formation will be taken place and the hydrogen gas is evolved, which can be detected by the pop sound experiment. So hydrogen gas can be easily detected by the pop sound experiment that I explained you last slide. So you find again that the hydrogen is formed in the reaction. However, such reaction are not possible with all metals. तो all metals के साथ reaction possible नहीं होते in case of base, but आप acid के साथ बहुत से metals में कर पाते हो. Now, the first property is over. Now, next property, how do metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates react with acids? So first of all, I want to explain you what is carbonates. As you already done in the 9th standard, polyatomic ions के अंदर आपने carbonates पढ़ा है CO3 2- and hydrogen carbonate is HCO3-. तो these are the metal carbonates. metal के साथ carbonates को जोड़ दो और metal के साथ hydrogen carbonates को जोड़ दो, तो that become metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates. तो उसको अगर हम एसिड के साथ रिएक्ट करते हैं तो क्या रिएक्शन होता है? अगेन वी टेक वन स्टैंड जिस पे हमने टेस्ट ट्यूब लगाई है. टेस्ट ट्यूब के अंदर हमने हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड विच इज़ योर HCl हमने डाला है. HCl के साथ हमने सोडियम कार्बोनेट डाला है. तो सोडियम कार्बोनेट इज़ Na2CO3. तो Na2CO3 को HCl के साथ जब हम डालेंगे तो CO2 गैस इवॉल्व होगी. उस CO2 गैस जो है ये हम इसको डिलीवरी पाइप के थ्रू यहाँ पर जब हम इकट्ठा करेंगे तो कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड सोल्यूशन यहाँ पर इसमें प्रेजेंट है. ठीक है. तो CO2 जो हमारा इवॉल्व होगा, it is just as an acid based reaction because here the metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates are acting as a base. So here Na2CO3 plus HCl gives you NaCl plus H2. Here at the last of this page the reaction is written in the form of diagram. Na2CO3 plus HCl give you 2NaCl, that means salt formation plus H2O plus CO2. So here if you are taking the bases of carbonates, metal carbonates and hydrogen carbonates, it is just similar as the neutralization reaction because the formation of NaCl, that is salt, in water takes place. But if you are taking the bases of carbonates, then CO2 is evolved, and CO2 evolved, that CO2 having the brisk effervescence which is present in your coke and all also. So this can be detected by the experiment lime water turns milky, that is your one of the lab experiment, lime water turns milky. So here is the detection of CO2 can be done by the lime water turns milky, and here the direction the evolution of hydrogen gas can be estimated by the Popsound experiment. So this is the reaction. The reaction occurring in the above activity are written as, अब टेस्ट ट्यूब 1 के अंदर हमने देखा कि Na2CO3 अगर हम डालते हैं, दिस इज सोडियम कार्बोनेट plus 2HCl, we get NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. And if you are adding NaHCO3 plus HCl, it gives you NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. So there is a difference of only the balancing part. If you are taking the test tube A, only 2 have to written in front of NaCl, and in test tube B there is nothing because it is already balanced equation. On passing the carbon dioxide gas evolved through the lime water. So here we are detecting the presence of the CO2. So when you are adding lime water, that is calcium hydroxide, in CO2, you get white precipitate CaCO3 plus H2O. So we get the white precipitate which is CaCO3. On passing excess carbon dioxide, the following reaction takes place. If you are adding the CaCO3 plus H2O plus CO2, that it becomes calcium hydrogen carbonate which is soluble in water. So you have to, if you want to detect the presence of CO2, you have to do these steps. So this is again very important concept because this is in your theory and practical as well. Limestone, chalk and marble are different forms of calcium carbonate. So calcium carbonate is CaCO3, and limestone, chalk and marble are the different form of calcium carbonate but having the formula CaCO3 only. All metal carbonates and hydrogen carbonates react with acid to give a corresponding salt, carbon dioxide and water. Thus the reaction can be summarized. तो अभी हम summarize करके देखें तो metal का carbonate, metal का hydrogen carbonate, when they are reacting with the acid, they form the salt, carbon dioxide and water. Next property, how do acid and base react with each other? Now it is a neutralization reaction कि acid और base आपस में ही react कैसे करते हैं. We have observed that the effect of a base is nullified by an acid and vice versa. The reaction taking place is written as NaOH, which is aqueous in nature, plus HCl, again aqueous in nature. That means both having the solution form, not in the solid or powdered form. NaCl, that is again aqueous in nature, we get the salt plus H2O. So here acid plus base give you salt plus water, which is your neutralization reaction that you are already done in your 9th or 8th standard. Sorry. So here are the bottles of hydrochloric acid, HCl, sodium hydroxide. You get the form of salt, that is the formation of the sodium chloride. Now reaction of the metallic oxide with the acid. So the general reaction between a metal oxide and an acid can be written as, again metal oxide, if you are taking the CuO, ZnO, etc., and when you are reacting with the acid, it give you salt and water again. Since the metallic oxide react with acid to give the salt and water, similar to the reaction of base with an acid, metallic oxide are said to be basic oxide. So all metallic oxides are basic in nature and all non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Here is the example. Metallic oxide react with acid to give salts and water. Let us consider the reaction between copper oxide with the dilute hydrochloric acid. CuO plus 2HCl give you CuCl2, which is your copper chloride, plus H2O. After the reaction taking place, the color of the solution become blue-green due to the formation of copper 3 chloride. Second is here the charge present on the copper. तो Cu2 plus की form में है, तो copper chloride and the copper oxide dissolve. This proves that the metallic oxides are basic oxides. So here in the form of color, CuO is a black color, HCl, which is liquid in nature. When you mix it, dry it, it becomes CuCl2 plus, which is blue in color, plus H2O. Reaction of non-metallic oxide with the base. The general reaction between a non-metallic oxide and a base can be written as non-metallic oxide plus base give you again salt plus water. Since this is similar to the reaction between a base and an acid, we can conclude that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature, that I already tell you. So the reaction of non-metallic oxide, see the reaction, calcium hydroxide, which is your base, plus CO2. CO2 is your non-metallic oxide. Give you calcium carbonate plus H2O. Salt plus water. So this is the reaction between non-metallic oxide with base. So there is one question. Metal compounds reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence. The gas evolved extinguish. जहाँ भी extinguish का मतलब है तो वहाँ पर CO2 ही होगा और effervescence CO2 की होती है. A burning candle. Write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction if one of the compound formed is calcium chloride. एक calcium chloride बन रहा है. That means we are taking the carbonate or hydrogen carbonate. So if we are taking the metal compound है, ठीक है, तो मेटल कंपाउंड में आप हाइड्रोजन कार्बोनेट भी ले सकते हो और कार्बोनेट भी ले सकते हो जब तक उसकी प्रॉपर्टी शो नहीं की. तो हियर वी आर टेकिंग द कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट CaCO3 plus HCl. It give you CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. So this is one of the important question. Why do all acids and bases have in common? तो common क्या होता है? तो this is the conduction of electricity concept. Glowing of bulb indicates that there is a flow of electric current through the solution, and the electric current is carried through the solution by the ions. So as we know, acids having the H plus ions and bases having the OH minus ion. That means common is both produce acid in the aqueous medium. That's why it is able to conduct electricity. So here we are taking the rubber cork on which we are putting 2 iron nails, and iron nails are connected to the battery and bulb and switch, which is put in the beaker consisting of the dilute HCl solution. So here the bulb glow because HCl solution dissociate completely because it is a strong acid in nature. So here dilute HCl solution dissociate to form the H plus ions and Cl minus ion. Here H plus ions in the solution is able to generate the conduct the electricity and the bulb will glow. So this is one of the concept. And if we take the NaOH solution, aqueous NaOH solution in this beaker, again the bulb glow because NaOH solution consists of OH minus ions and NaOH is a strong base, so it easily dissociate in the water and generate OH minus ion. That OH minus ion produce conduct electricity. So both having common is both produce ions in the aqueous medium. Since the cation present in the acid is H plus, and this suggests that acid produce hydrogen ions in solution which are responsible for their acidic property. Next is what happened to an acid or a base in the water solution. So in case of water solution, base और acid का क्या होता है? This experiment suggests that hydrogen ions in HCl are produced in the presence of water, and the separation of H plus ions from the HCl molecule cannot occur in the absence of water. So there is a conical flask containing the concentrated H2SO4. Test tube consists of sodium chloride. So sodium NaCl plus H2SO4. And in this we are taking the moist litmus paper, delivery tube and test tube. So the fumes coming out shows the color change. That means there is a preparation of the HCl gas. So here HCl plus H2O give you H3O positive plus Cl minus. So hydrogen ions cannot exist alone, but they exist after combining with the water molecule. So here H3O positive and H plus considering as a proton and hydronium cation. Okay? So this is the same thing. Thus hydrogen ion must always be shown as H plus or hydronium ion, that is H3O positive. And if it is how it is formed, H plus plus H2O give you H3O positive. We have seen that acids give H3O positive and H plus ions in water. तो अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि water के अंदर H plus ions देते हैं और base OH minus देते हैं. तो here we are taking the NaOH in presence of H2O, it gives Na plus plus OH minus. KOH in H2O, K plus plus OH minus. MgOH whole 2, Mg2 plus plus 2H2OH के ऊपर minus है. These are the basic in nature because they are producing the OH minus in the aqueous medium. Now this is your book concept. All bases do not dissolve in water, and alkali is a base that dissolve in water. They are soapy to touch, bitter and corrosive. Never taste or touch them as they may cause harm. So all bases are volatile in nature, it produces heat, and they are exothermic in nature, which you are dealing in your first chapter. Now as we have identified that all the acids generate H plus and all the bases generate OH minus. So here we see the neutralization reaction. Acid plus base give you salt plus water in the standard equation. HX plus MaOH, MX plus H2O. So here H plus plus OH minus give you H2O. So the process of dissolving an acid or a base in water is highly exothermic one. Care must be taken while mixing concentrated nitric acid or sulfuric acid with water. The acid must always be added slowly to the water with a constant stirring. If water is added to the concentrated acid, the heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out and cause burn. The glass container may also break due to excessive local heating. Look out for the warning sign on the can of the concentrated sulfuric acid and on the bottles of sodium hydroxide pellets. Pellets in the form of tablets. We are having the sodium hydroxide pellets in form of tablet in lab. Mixing an acid or a base with the water result in decrease in the concentration of ions H3O positive oblique OH minus. H3O positive is nothing but H plus and OH minus is the base. Per unit volume, such a process is called dilution and the acid or the base is said to be diluted. So these are the question. Why does an aqueous solution of an acid conduct electricity? We have done. Why does the dry HCl gas not change the color of the dry litmus paper? Because dry HCl gas do not generate, वो generate नहीं करती है H plus को. तो जब तक H plus को generate नहीं करेगा तो वो acid की property नहीं show करेगा. जब तक वो acid की property show नहीं करेगा तब तक वो litmus paper का कोई color change नहीं करेगा. How strong are acid or base solution? We can quantitatively find the amount of H plus or OH minus ion present in the solution. We can also judge how strong a given acid or a base by making use of a universal indicator. So we are now in next slide. Up to here we are dealing with the chemical properties of the acid and bases. Now in the next slide we start with the universal indicator which estimate the quantitatively amount of H plus and OH minus ions in the solution and to justify whether the solution is weak acid, weak base, strong base. So here is a reaction of base. एक reaction रह गया था थोड़ा सा explain करना, वैसे ये कर दिया है मैंने. Neutralization reaction in the form of figure. NaOH plus HCl give you NaCl plus H2. That I already done. Neutralization reaction. What happened to acid and base in water? So acid and base in water, this already done. Again same slide. HCl plus H2O, we get H3O positive and Cl minus. So question with adding acid to the water. So these are the figures how you can add the water. If you are adding acid to the water and water to the acid, what is the conclusion and results? Now we are dealing with the pH scale, a scale developed to measure the concentration of hydrogen ion in the solution is known as pH scale, where P in pH implies potence in German. Potence मतलब potential. pH scale ranges from 0, which is highly acidic, to the 14, which is highly alkaline. The pH of a neutral solution is 7. So there is a scale, I will show in the next slide. There is a scale having the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So here 0 number indicates highly acidic nature and 14 number indicates highly alkaline nature and 7 number indicates neutral nature. Acidic solution is represented by a value less than 7 on the pH scale. जितना भी 0 से लेके 7 तक का बीच का पार्ट होगा वो एसिडिक सोल्यूशन को डिस्क्राइब करेगा और बेसिक सोल्यूशन को 7 से लेके 14 तक डिस्क्राइब करेगा. An increase in OH minus concentration in the solution result in the increase in the strength of alkali, hence the value of pH increase. This is very very important point कि अगर जब OH minus का concentration बढ़ता जा रहा है, मतलब OH minus बढ़ते जा रहे हैं solution के अंदर, that means उसकी basicity, basic nature increase होता जा रहा है और basic nature, basic strength अगर increase होगी तो pH का number 7 से 14 की तरफ increase होगा. वेयर एज इसका ऑपोजिट, अगर एसिड गिव्स राइज टू H+, अगर H+ का कंटेंट बढ़ेगा तो एसिड स्ट्रॉन्ग होता जाएगा. एसिड स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा तो H+ गिविंग राइज टू द लेस H+ आयंस आर टर्म्ड एज वीक एसिड, और अगर लेस H+ आयंस होंगे तो वो वीक एसिड होगा. वेयर एज अगर H+ कंसनट्रेशन बढ़ता जाएगा तो हमारा pH स्केल में नोटेशन 7 से डिक्रीज होकर 0 तक आएगा. अगर 1 है तो दैट मीन्स एसिडिक इन नेचर. इफ़ यू आर डीलिंग विथ 6.5 तो दैट इज़ वीक एसिड. इफ़ यू आर टेकिंग द 8.59 that is weak base. If you are taking the 13.5 that is a strong base. That is the difference between the ranging. Similarly, bases give rise to more OH तो strong, less तो weak. Salts of a strong acid and a strong base are neutral with the pH 7. जो आपके strong acid और strong base होंगे वो तो completely neutral हो जाएंगे 7. अगर strong acid weak base होगा, अगर आपका strong acid और weak base होगा तो that means आपका pH जो है strong acid dominant है तो आपका strong acid की तरफ जाएगा. अगर salt of strong base और weak acid होगा तो आपका अगेन strong base की तरफ आपका pH का लेवल इंक्रीज होगा. ये आपका pH स्केल है. जनरली पेपर integrated with the universal indicator is used for measuring pH and one such paper is shown below. So here is the pic from your NCERT. तो this is the acidic nature increases, neutral 7 होता है, basic nature increases 14 होता है, concentration H+ देखो कैसे increase कर रही है और OH minus कैसे decrease कर रही है, opposite में बना रखा है. ये जो color chart है ये that is the variation of pH with the change in the concentration of H+ and OH minus ions. तो 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. तो when we are dealing with the 14 there is a dark blue color and when you are dealing with the 0 then it is a red in color. That is same as your litmus content. If you are dealing with the base then it gives blue in color, then if you are dealing with the acid it gives you a red color. And meanwhile at the 7 neutral that is a green color. That is one of the filling the blanks in the CBSE question कि 7 पे कौन सा कलर जनरेट होता है तो ग्रीन कलर जनरेट होता है. So these are the some pH scaling: battery acids, lemon juice, vinegar, orange juice. तो these showing the acid. सबसे ज़्यादा battery acid के अंदर acid present होता है. lemon juice, फिर vinegar, orange juice, tomato juice, black coffee, milk. Milk is your something having because lactate is present in that. So there is some acidic content. Pure water is your 7 neutral. Sea water, basic in nature. Baking soda, milk of magnesia is nothing but your magnesium hydroxide. Ammonia solution, that is ammonium hydroxide. Soapy water, bleaches, oven cleaner, liquid dry cleaner. So these are from ranging 0 to the 14. So here this is a table of proper pH range. Gastric contains 1.6 to 3.0. Soft drinks, lemons, vinegar, tomato, urine, milk, saliva, blood plasma, egg white, milk of magnesia, household ammonia. So these are the common substances. The strength of acids and bases depend on the number of H plus ions and the OH minus ions produced, respectively. If we take hydrochloric acid and acetic acid of the same concentration, say 1 molar, then these produce different amounts of hydrogen ions. An acid that give rise to the more H plus ions are said to be the strong acid, and otherwise it is known to be the weak acid. So day-to-day life examples: our body work within the pH range of 7 to 7.8, and the pH of saliva is from 6.5 to 7.5. When the pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, that means some acid contents are there. It is called the acid rain. That lowers the pH of the river water and make it difficult for the marine creature to survive. This is again important concept. The pH of surface water is 6 to 8.5, and that of the groundwater is nearly 6.5 to 8.5. Plants require a specific pH range for their healthy growth. pH of tomato juice ranges from 4.1 to 4.6, whereas the pH of carrot juice is 6.4. Our stomach produces hydrochloric acid during the digestion of food, causing no harm, but during indigestion, an excess amount of acid is produced, causing pain and irritation. Bacteria present in the mouth generates acid by decomposition of remaining sugar and food particles in the mouth that lowers the pH to 5.5 and corrodes calcium phosphate present in our teeth enamel. Ant stink injects formic acid. Formic acid is nothing but HCOOH, that is your methanoic acid. And nettle stink and injects methanoic acid, causing pain and irritation. Use of a mild base like baking soda on the stunning area can provide relief to some extent due to neutralization reaction between acid and base. So these are the example of your antacids and some milk of magnesia, which is magnesium hydroxide, used for neutralize the acidity. Importance of pH in everyday life. Are plants and animals pH sensitive? Our body works within the pH range of this, that we already done this concept. Tooth decay, bacteria for the degradation, sugar and food particles remaining in the mouth. Now these are the examples: vinegar is acetic acid, orange citric, tamarind tartaric acid, tomato oxalic acid. That I already give more of the natural occurring acids in your e-contents PDF files, so you can consider from there. Sour milk curd, lactic acid, lemon citric acid, ant sting methanoic acid, nettle sting methanoic acid. So these are the common items. Here is, thank you.